In my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many be on some anti. I told her pull up. She asked me, do I? Right now I'm fresh as hell. Somebody take a flip. Pretty, back to back to back. Gang, back to back to back. Trailing me, back to back to back. Back to 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 back. Back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, gon' back to back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, they gon' heat me up, I've been trying to keep it cool, these little, they tried to stop it, too late, my finger was already on it, call me Shovel Man, she like the way I pull up and I, the 100 times they ask, I be like, I ain't never, all that beating around the bush, homie said with your chest, got a lot of dog on me, know you probably smell it, like my name, Jody, pull up in the vet, go and check the news, Brody heard somebody stretch, in your feelings by the, better get a grill, tired of getting taxed for that, take a trip, I got right here for show, I everybody deal, went to visit Granny, she say, what's that poking at your hill, I told Brody walk behind so he can catch me if I slip, she begging me to take a sip, first she drove the boat, then she like a ship, first you load it up, then you empty out the I'm not no button, I'm no record.
Welcome to downtown Detroit and welcome inside Ford Field. Today we've got a battle here in the NFC North. It's the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Santos out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag.
Here we go. Flag 20.
From the gun, Goff. Completed over the middle. Space pass to the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. The first down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
At the 44-yard line.
180. 12.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. It's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We go tonight. Hey, Cal, like 20.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36.
Cut. 180.
Goff back to throw. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10. Williams starting with a pass here. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. DeAndre Swift, his intended target there out of the backfield. And it sets up second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Into a crowd and intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Go. Like 20. You're ready to spin. You're ready to spin.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
180.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay-on-schedule kind of plays. I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
We go tonight. 120.
This is Gibbs on second down. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the...
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears are going to set up just beyond the 10-yard line. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Williams to throw on first. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he will be stopped now, but a lot to like about that effort.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Defense's first sack of the game, kid. We can now see some of the negatives, the trade-offs of his great running ability. When he tries to create, well, he can find himself going backwards, and in this case, a really big loss.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And having gained up about a handful there. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they had the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Working from the gun, Williams. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Goff tosses it quickly out wide. Decent gain here, but short of the first. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They start out with 3rd and 4.
Black 20.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. That one complete to St. Brown. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Super. White 20.
To the air on first down. Here's Goff. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 37.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, it's Gibbs. He breaks the tackle. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Shell.
From the 34. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Running it with David Montgomery. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Hot. Ric Flair.
Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1.
Cut.
Running for it with Montgomery. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces third and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Just a yard away on third and goal. Here's the jumbo package.
Here we go.
Trying to sneak here, Goff. And he gets in, touchdown! The Lions get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Jared Goff touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Fox now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. Williams from the gun. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Williams on first down. They set up the screen here to Swift. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Bears trailing in the early going. 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To the air yet again, Williams. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Again, it's Williams. That's got it, left side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Williams again. Finds him over the middle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Williams will look to throw. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he's brought down at the line.
Okay, and I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9, now 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's more on the quick slant. And he gets this forward to the 19. Just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they could try for some points going into the break. So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Santos' kick is good, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Fox now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Now Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Williams to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1st down, ball at the 36. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds him on the crossing route. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
1st down, here's Swift. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. They managed 3 yards on the totes. It'll bring up 2nd down. Going run again with Swift. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Vegas! 22!
to throw. Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Santos' kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Raymond on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Here's Gong. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line. Defense all over this one.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
180.
Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
We're good. We're good.
Goff on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. Pass cut by Smythe. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And the Bears 1st down.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. This is Johnson heading right. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on 2nd down. From the 42. He lets one fly deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Williams from the gun. Has his man caught by Odunze. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. To throw is Williams. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 46. He's got more once again. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. And the shotgun to give to Swift. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now here's Williams. Brought in right side by Moore. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Complete to DJ Moore. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Here's Williams. It's on target to Moore. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
He brings it in. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Again, it's Williams. Sheds off a rusher. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
It's double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
Fifth DB out there now. Big rep for this defense on 3rd and goal. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
A 34-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here, following the penalty. He gets half of the 8 yards remaining, partner. That gives him 2nd and goal from the 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Bears down by only 1. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. It's Johnson again. And this time he mixed it in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Chicago.
The Bears have taken the lead late. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
Setting up to pass. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4. Well, Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you could run it, but there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Cut. Listen. 80.
Back to throw. Into traffic, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
Lions, 1st down.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth cave down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. On the ground again with Johnson. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
So the Bears take this one on the road. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.